Hey, welcome back to the North Florida Sports Network. We're going to talk some hoops. Hoops, there it is, man. Just like that.
Hoops, there it is.
Football season's over. Wolverines are your champs. But we're talking FSU Hoops as they beat the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, snapped the 9-game winning streak that the Deacons brought into the tuck.
The tuck zone.
Yeah, man. It wasn't really like it used to be, but had some energy.
No, wait. It was like it used to be. Like
yeah.
Way back in Dunk the Ball Anthony days.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
You hear everything Coach Ham is yelling out there.
Lipscomb, that was that environment where you could hear everything. A couple games ago, you could, and just now, like, you were like, wow, I thought this team was going to be better. But you're seeing the additions now.
Oh, they're better.
On the court. Yeah, we got big time Nole in studio.
Get up.
We got Jimmy Reno here with us.
I'm always here.
I was at the game last night. Jimmy Reno was there too.
Yes, I was, man. It was a good time.
Yeah,
enjoyable.
You know, all your fans, man. You got
plenty of leg room.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a quality win because Wake Forest is a quality team. They had
top 50 in the Ken Palm
right.
rankings, which is something, I guess. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and they've come a long way since just a couple games ago, where they lost to Lipscomb, you know, and where they weren't bought in all the way defensively. But you can see now that they have the rotation. They've got the guys that they needed to run that classic Hamilton style, where everybody just play as hard as you possibly can while you're in there. And Baba Miller's also stepped up, but
he's getting better.
Yeah. We'll go over the numbers from last night.
All 11 guys that saw action last night scored.
That was the best stat. I'm sure that was Coach Hamilton's favorite
I think that's
stat.
back-to-back games now where everybody who's played for Florida State has
back to playing Coach Ham style basketball, it sounds like.
That's right.
Handball.
Yep. They were they shot 40 because they shot 47%. FSU shot 51%. Wake Forest lives and dies by the 3, 9 of 25 for them to 7 of 13 for the Noles.
There's your difference right there.
And then 80% at the line for the Noles too. They were able to hit free throws at the end of the game.
Yeah,
Taylor Worley in particular.
Big free throws from him.
Yeah, because he had been struggling offensively, and you know that's the kind of guy that can do everything.
Right.
Fill up a stat sheet.
Didn't hit a field goal from the floor, but managed to get 6 points.
And he was in at the end. And he hadn't been in a few games prior at the end.
So you think he wasn't in because of his free throw shooting?
Or his offensive game, I think. Something.
Yeah.
Like, because you could see that the other coach, that was the guy they were trying to foul at the end.
Right.
They were going after Worley.
That's why they used to pull Shaq out.
Right.
Right. And this is your point guard. But, man, I tell you what, he fills up the stat sheet. He does everything else.
Oh, I love him.
He gives you, on the defensive end especially, he gives you a lot. And you saw Darren Green just get after it defensively last night. 5 steals.
5 steals. You needed all of them.
Love that.
You're out-rebounded by Wake Forest, and, you know, to be expected because of the size. But, you know, that Reed dude's he's real big.
Dude, Efton Reed is massive. You see why Ham wanted him.
Right.
But I thought Gainey and Baba, they did a really nice job.
Baba, man, he's really grown up the last couple games. It really, you could see the maturation.
Dude, if he plays like that the rest of the season, just keeps that level of play every game, like this team is going to be in that top part of the ACC.
Well, I'm a little embarrassed to say I have not seen a game yet this year.
Okay.
But if Baba Miller is the guy we thought he was going to be, bringing him in, I mean, we could make a deep run.
I like it.
Yeah. This team's got, I mean, you know, you got some tough teams ahead on the schedule. I think you can definitely.
Who's looking tough this year in the conference?
Well,
you got Miami.
And Duke.
Really good. Duke is going to be Duke. UNC. Wake Forest was undefeated in conference. But, you know, those are the teams. Virginia seems to be down. Clemson is another team that's going to be really tough. Mm-hmm. You got them coming up here in a couple games.
But like you said last night, having everybody that played contribute. And it's your best player this season, though, is Jameer Watkins. He's been your most consistent.
That's the transfer
from VCU.
Right. Oh, yeah, okay.
19 points, 8 assists last night again. Darren Green Jr. led the team. Well, no, he had 17 points, but
and when he hits his threes,
right,
Florida State's got a chance to beat anybody.
Right.
If he's off, then it kind of seems like the offense takes a while to get going. They got to find something else.
Well, everybody contributed. You had Darren Green,
but his shots, his threes, big. Just his game overall.
It doesn't show up in the stat sheet either, but Gainey, and you probably recognize that name from last year, but you haven't been able to play yet, and he finally is now in the lineup.
Is he the defensive presence we thought he was going to be?
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's up to the athletically what they were hoping to get because of the injury.
But he's fully healthy.
I mean, as fully as he's going to get. As
healthy as he's going to probably get. He may get a little bit more game shape healthy,
Coach
I guess.
Hamilton
gets his feet under him a little bit.
He can still get in better shape. But, man, it's good to have him because it really frees up the rotation. Takes a little bit of pressure off Corn.
Yeah, big Corn, man.
Because then now he can really – he wasn't healthy either. So now you're getting him back.
Right. You
lost Fletcher for the year.
You had to adjust to losing Cam Fletcher. Man, there's that 4-game stretch there where you lost to Georgia, you lost to UNC, and then USF and SMU. And that
you had those games too. You were in control.
That's what's really going to probably come back to bite the team, even if they do start having.
Well, they're going to have to go on a run here in the ACC, and they're going to have to finish in the top 4 of the conference, I think. Around there, if they want to have any shot at the tournament. But they're off to a good start. They're 3-1, and that was a quality win. They go on the road against Notre Dame Saturday. That's going to be one of those games you need to take care of business.
Right, it's a very winnable road game. Notre Dame is.
What's their record this year?
Florida State?
No, Notre Dame. They're really down though, right? For them, they're not very good.
Yeah, it's a winnable game.
Yeah, they're going through the transition. Shrewsbury, I think the guy they hired from Penn State, their new coach this year.
I used to know their coach, Mike Bray. Used to come in the deli.
Yeah, he's a
cool
USF, isn't he?
Cool guy.
Yeah. They put it on Florida State earlier in the season, man. It's
right.
But it was a different team.
Right.
You had guys out. Primo wasn't playing, I don't believe.
Primo now is huge. This is another ball handler. I mean, this guy can get a shot up kind of whenever. You can see there's maybe times where he maybe can be too ball happy, but he's been able to – he was looking to pass a lot last night. You can see that.
It allows you to be able to break the press.
Right. But he didn't have himself a good game, but you can – that's another guy that didn't show up in the stat sheet, but has allowed the Noles to play their rotation. Last night it didn't show up, but it showed up in what everybody else got involved too. So they allowed the guys they can do that, hockey line kind of.
Yeah. Everyone was up in arms when Cleveland went to Miami and Mills. I tried to tell everyone they were not a good fit for our system. Like they were ball heavy. They didn't play the team defense. We weren't full court pressing. And now it sounds like we're back to playing the style of basketball that Coach Ham loves to play. And that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. This is probably the best he's probably felt since COVID days, maybe. I mean, just about the way his team's playing. And and just having the numbers, I don't think they had the right rotation. And in his adjustment of way that
we were playing like 8 guys last year.
Yeah.
That's just not handball.
No. And it's completely different now. You saw 11 guys.
18 strong, baby.
Yeah, you've already matched your win total.
Yeah, we got 9 wins.
That's crazy.
Cleveland's found a really nice spot for himself in Miami.
He got paid.
Yeah, but he's thriving in that system of not really having to be the guy.
Right.
And just
it was just the bad timing for
not a lot of people play like Coach Ham anymore.
No.
You don't see it a lot.
I think it was just those 2 players in particular just didn't gel.
Bad fit
together
for the system,
on or off the court.
System.
And that'll ruin your team, man. That'll
bring in a guy like Watkins, instead, who's been the best player on the team so far. Again, 8 assists last night. He has athleticism too. He's been really impressive.
He's lengthy too, right?
Oh yeah. He's been such a
exactly. Trent, Forrest, Anthony Blake, Terrence Mann, tall, athletic.
He's at both ends of the court player.
He's been there all year.
Defense, everything.
He's been the guy all year, and he single-handedly won that preseason tournament almost. But Now, you still have him. If you get this play like Jimmy was talking about with Baba Miller.
Yeah, you're starting to get options, man.
Right. You get
different guys that
I
you can
love
depend
them
on night
they've
out.
been going to Baba Miller in the half court sets. I think that they need to do more of that.
He was the number one player coming out of Europe in his class.
Right. And
that's a big deal.
He's
man.
an unselfish type of guy, kind of like Isaac was. So I think you have to try to really force it to him. You need to really get him the ball.
Shoot.
Right. And because he can get his 3-point shot off on anybody too. And he's got a nice stroke.
It's what he's been doing in the paint around the glass the last couple games.
Yep.
And I think he gets his feet underneath him. He gets more accustomed to playing with college referees and what they're going to allow him to do. Mm-hmm. You're going to see his game start to just elevate, man. Like I said, if he plays at the same level he's been playing at for the rest of the season, then top 4 or 5 in the conference isn't out of the question.
That's true. And you have to stay healthy.
Yeah.
And then it allows guys, because of Bull Bowen, you're a freshman now.
Also really, really good looking freshman.
Really good looking freshman. He can come in and play a role. And I think that'll continue to get more minutes as the season goes on. And
I will say, if you get hot, like say February, mid-February, you look really good and you look good in the ACC tournament. They like that. They want teams that are playing well at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So if we can go on a little streak there in February, late March, we could get in.
Right. Yeah. Well, let's take one game at a time.
Yeah.
9-6, 3-1 in the ACC though.
You got some tough spots in the schedule coming up.
Out of conference.
3-1 in the ACC is normally really good.
It is.
Unfortunately, the conference just has not been the ACC.
And you've offset it with some really bad out of conference losses.
Right. That really that was big. Lose games to Georgia that you had a home lead in, to lose games to Lipscomb where you let them take the lead on you like that.
SMU and USF are the games that are going to be the biggest, because you lost by double digits.
Mm-hmm.
And that USF game is going to be a killer.
Right. Well, you almost got to wash that away though, because
you're going to have to do really, really well.
This is a different team.
Well, mentally, but it's still on your resume.
This team's a lot more fun to watch though. This is
I'm getting out there next home game 100%.
It's a lot more fun to watch when they're all there. They play hard.
Oh, it's night and day. The energy that the team, that the players are putting into the game,
You can see improvements, steady improvements, so that the guy like Chandler Jackson, for instance, a guy that was here last year that, he has now, it looks like he's coming into where he has a role now off the bench.
Right.
We can come in and try to get comfortable.
I'll tell you that the 2 shots that he hit were at crucial points in the second half.
And then when you have multiple guys that you can rely on,
yeah.
Now one of those guys has is shooting the ball. Well, here you go. Keep feeding them. And when you get more of those guys, the chances they find out who you get to play them together, and they start working. I really liked the effort. I really liked the game in last night because I'll tell you right now, I was really impressed by Wake Forest.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's a tournament team.
Hildreth from over
Mr.
across
Pump
the pond,
man. Yeah,
Mr. Hildreth.
Yeah, he had himself a game.
Yeah,
he got like crossed up, or I don't know if he tripped on one of the Jameer Watkins
he had 2 of the lowlights of the week probably in college basketball.
Yeah,
but he also put in 25 points any way he could. Like he was
25 for him. Miller had 21. The little point guard is pretty good. Reed for them had 9 boards, so that was, and
he's every bit of 7'1", man. Right. He's a huge young fella.
Yeah. Well, 9-6, 3-1 in the ACC. Let's. What else is with the football season over? It's a lot of. I know big time Nole. That was probably one of the worst Decembers from the season. What it was, you almost have to differentiate the two. But
I'll never watch college football again except for Florida State. That's it. Florida State football only. I didn't watch one bowl game except for ours. That's it.
Right. Well,
and I canceled my ESPN.
You watched our game? How much of it?
It was on the whole time, but I was really busy explaining.
Oh, that's scrimmage.
I was really busy explaining the landscape of the new college football
Right.
to the in-laws.
Oh, see, that's the
that
problem.
can take
man.
a while.
Yeah, and then like that was what that it was unjustified. You knew. I mean, I knew that was coming. That's why I said we'll probably be down 50-0. I didn't literally mean it, but I wouldn't have been surprised.
I thought we were going to win.
I know. Well, that's because you got the heart of a
I
champion.
thought Norvell was going to come up with some crazy game plan.
Well, you can't game
And then we
plan.
lost to a Philly, and I was like, damn it.
Well, it was a difference of the roster was formulated to make a
Well,
run
Fisk was going to play too.
with those guys.
A couple guys didn't play because they
Right.
were hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
And like he said, if they lost the game to Louisville, they would have opted in. And well, I want to say though, what about the movies, man? I got you here, big time. No, what's so good out in the theater, man?
Iron Claw.
Oh, the wrestling movie,
True
right?
story
Oh yeah,
about the Von Erich family, one of the dynasties in pro wrestling. Absolutely incredible story.
Zac
Incredible
Efron.
film. Zac Efron kills it.
Dude is shredded.
But the Bear absolutely destroys it as Texas Tornado.
Okay.
Not going to give away anything. Just go see it. It's excellent, excellent watch.
okay, man.
Watch of the week for sure.
Watch of the week. All right. I thought you were gonna go with Migration.
Oh, I already saw that twice. I already made my top 5 animated films right at number 4.
You see the new Aquaman?
Oh, not yet.
Yeah, don't waste your time.
Oh, come on. It's not good.
Well, it's
We love Aquaman in my house.
I would say wait till it comes out on. Do they
streaming.
even do DVD anymore?
I mean, they're there. I see it.
Kids don't even know what those things are. What?
My
DVD quality,
kindergartner
man.
just asked me. He found a DVD. He goes, "What's this?" I told him it was from the 20th century.
Right.
Oh my god!
Available on streaming.
I will say this for Aquaman. Great CGI.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah,
special effects.
That's Aquaman. If you kind of know what you're getting
Yeah,
into.
you just
that.
got a pregame for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's why MacGuffins is there.
Well, the Noles have been playing a lot better. They're going to be in Notre Dame Saturday. We'll watch it. We'll react to it. And we'll talk to you next time right here on the North Florida Sports Network.
We had to go. Our ride was here. We got a shuttle to our